Hello YouTube, this is Gale with X here with the deck I've been promising for a while now, my Flamvell Assault. So I'm gonna get started. To start Assault. A reusable Solemn Judgment. Pretty much like the regular Stardust, you can tribute itself to negate a card effect. Monster, spell, or trap. It doesn't negate summons. Then it comes back during the end phase. It's a nice card. 1 is okay, 2 is good, 3 is too cloggy, and they do require dedication to use in a deck like this. 3 Flamvell Assault, sorry about that. Flamvell Fire Dogs, sorry. This is the reason why the deck's called Flamvell Assault. It uses this and Flamvell Magician, which I'll go over in a second, as a synchro engine. When it destroys a monster, it special summons a fire monster with 200 or less defense, except itself. Think of it like Shura the Blue Flame for Flamvells. And you would summon one of your 3 Flamvell Magicians. Or you can run Flamvell Archer 2 instead of as your level 3 tuner. But I don't. Anyways, a level 4 spellcaster tuner with 1400 attack, which means it gets underneath bottomless trap hole. Good tuner overall. 1 Mist Valley Soldier. It's just another level 4 tuner. If you decide to run a deck like this and you have a couple of these in there, and a Darksome Orc or 2. Summon Summoner Monk, discard a spell, summon this, sing for Stardust, remove this, and Summoner Monk for Darksome Orc. I don't have a Darksome Orc, otherwise I would use this combo in my deck. And I plan to try to get another, but until then I have Rose, Warrior of Revenge in my deck. Level 4 tuner. That's pretty much the only upside. Oh, and it's a warrior, so it's searchable by a reinforcement of the army. Not bad, but not great. 1 Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind, a staple in most of my decks. You have to attack one of your opponent's monsters. With this, you can run over your opponent's Stardust with its effect. And it gives you access to Blackwing Armor Master, Blackwing Armed Wing, and just the Blackwing Synchros. 2 Assault Beast. Discard it, search your deck for an Assault Mode activate. That's its only use most of the time. Summoner Monk. Discard a spell, summon a tuner. Level 4 tuner. Sing for Stardust. That's about it. 3 Gravekeeper Spies. Pretty much when it flips, special summon another. I would suggest adding another Gravekeeper to your deck so that the third one is not dead. But I don't have a room right now, so for right now I only have 3 Gravekeeper Spies. 1 Magical Merchant. It's a great card, this format where a lot of monsters want to be in the graveyard, such as Mizuki, Vayu, Necrogardna, the Flamvells in this case. So you keep milling cards from the top of your deck until you get a spell or trap, and add that to your hand. Most decks in this format also want their spells and traps in their hand. That's why I use this over Raikou, Lila, Card Trooper, stuff like that. I have tried Card Trooper and I'm not impressed by it. Assault Mercenary. Add an Assault Mode activate from your hand or graveyard to your deck. Destroy a spell or trap. Oh, and it's once per turn. So just 1-for-1 spell destruction. Breaker. Spell and trap destruction. That's it. I did have this to give access to Arcanite Magician once I get one. But now the Gravekeepers do that a lot better in this deck, so I'm probably going to take that out. Spell card. Sorry. 3. Rekindling. Synchro engine with the Flamvells. That's about all I have to say about it. And it is a great synchro engine for a lot of decks. I remember Flamvell Cat and stuff like... I know Flamvell Cat made it up there. I think Flamvell Swarms, maybe? I'm not sure about that, but I could see that working. Well, Flamvell Cat's dead now because Cat's dead, but still, yeah. It's a good synchro engine still. Lightning Vortex. Not really needed, but destroys all your opponent's face-up monsters by discarding a card. I'd say use Dark Hole over this, but I use both, and I'm probably going to take this out for a Pot of Avarice. Which I do suggest, since Magical Merchant will be milling your Stardust Assault sometime, and this way you can add them back to your deck to use again. 2 MSTs, staple this format, and 1-for-1 Destruction, so it gets underneath Starlight Road. Mind Control, take your opponent's monster using a Synchro Summon. Sums it up. Mallet. The thing about Stardust Assault is when it's in your hand, it's dead. Stardust Assault Mode Activate has to summon it from the deck. So when you get in your hand, use Magical Mallet, send it back to your deck, and draw. Do not try Assault Teleport. It is an awful card for such a deck. You do not need a draw engine in most cases, or very few, because you add your Assault Mode to your deck, then you end up drawing back into it. Monster Reborn. Staple this format. No more explanation needed. Dark Hole, once again, staple this format. Book of Moon. Random, but I'm probably going to take this out, but it's not bad. It helps. If I'm going to keep it, I'm going to try to add another. 3 Assault Mode activates. Key to this deck to summon Stardust Assault Mode. That's about it, and you can send it back to your deck to add a Spell and Trap Destruction with Mercenary. 2 Good Goblin Housekeepings. I remember this was at 2-1 format, and I'm not sure if it still is, so I'm going to check the ban list. But pretty much you draw a card and then add a card to the bottom of your deck. Bottom of your deck is good. Put Stardust Assault at the bottom of your deck. You're not going to draw into it, and you don't have to worry about it. Which what makes this nice over cards such as Assault Teleport, which does not work. Listen to me when I say it does not work. Return from the different dimension. When your Fire Dogs and Magicians get removed from play, use this to summon them back. And there have been some cases where your opponent will DD Crow your Stardust Dragon, so you can bring it back with Return from the different dimension. Yes, I am using Majestic Star Dragon sleeves. Starlight Road. Stable this format with all the mass destruction like Black Rose Dragon, Dark Hole. Though Heavy Storm is gone, this is still a good card. Call the Haunted. Slower Monster Reborn, that's about it. Extra deck. That was it for the regular deck, but extra deck. Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode. I know it's hard to see since it's a ghost. That should be a good picture of it. I only use this because it's ghost and just for the heck of it. And there is an OTK with this card that I will explain probably later. Maybe in a later video if you guys want to hear about it. Doom Kaiser Dragon / Assault Mode. Mind Control your... I'm not sure if this will work right now. Actually, it won't now that I think about it, so this will be out of my extra deck. But I was going to say, Mind Control your opponent's Doom Cow. But zombies are dead too, so... Mind Control your opponent's Doom Cow. Assault Mode activated. And this is trade-inable. And this is an OTK machine. That's the only reason this is the second best Assault Mode, first being Stardust. Colossal Fighter Assault Mode. I know I'm going to hear complaints saying, dude, that is an awful card and everything like that. Look, a lot of people at my locals run stuff like 6-Ams, and one person even runs Amazonuses. Pretty much with my Colossal Fighter, I summon this, and it weakens their monsters just for having warriors in the graveyard. Concentrated Light. Anti-Infernity, Anti-Black Wings. Do not use Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Use this. 1 Trap Eater. Seems kind of random, but gets rid of Royal Oppression, Royal Decree, and any other continuous trap that can mess this deck up. Cyber Dragon. Only reason I side this is because I also side Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Pretty much kills Machina gadgets. Anything that runs machines is dead because of this combo. Final Countdown. Only reason for this, somebody at my locals did run Final Countdown. And what you pretty much do is activate your Final Countdown before they activate theirs. You win, because they can't attack you. Intercept Wave. I'm probably going to take this out, but this was pretty much to stop the Infernity OTK. Once your opponent summons all their... No, FTK, I believe. OTK or FTK or whatever. When your opponent summons all the synchro monsters they do, activate this, switch them to the fence. During the end phase, they get sent back to their extra deck. 2 Fairy Winds. Pretty much destroys all the continuous traps that continuous traps that are going to mess this deck up, and deals bonus damage. And it's chainable, so let's say I activate my Book of Moon, then I can activate a Fairy Wind to deal an extra 300. 1 Light Imprisoning Mirror. Stops Light Swarms. I know they're very unused in this format, but still, somebody at my locals runs them, so that's what I'm going to run. Urgent Tuning. Has to do with the OTK with the Red Dragon Archfiend Assault mode. I'll go into more details if you guys request it. Tuner Scheme. Pretty much when your opponent synchro summons Stardust, you can use this, take it, Assault mode, activate it. The only reason this is sided is because I see a lot of like Clads, Amazonuses, 6 Sams that don't run synchros, and I don't want to waste the deck space. Needle Sealing. It's a nice card because for the 4 monsters it does count face down monsters, but for the destruction it does not. So it has a chance of getting under Starlight, but not always. I'd say maybe try this over cards such as Torrential Tribute. I see this as being kind of helpful. Extra deck. It's pretty much generic, but I'll go over it real quick since I'm running out of time. 3 Stardust. Only reason for 3, Stardust Assault mode. 1 Colossal Fighter. Endless Beat Stick. Red Dragon Archfiend. Runs over defenders such as Marshmallow. Black Winged Dragon. Another one of my ghost rares. And you have a rare chance of running into burned cards. Especially since Magic Cylinder is at 2 this format, I believe. Infernity Doom Dragon. Gale gives access to this card, so I'm going to run it. Then, I'm sure a lot of people are happy about this. 3 Black Rose Dragons, which is now happening this format. 2 of them are ultimates, 1's a secret. Scrap Archfiend for a beat stick. Goyo because he's Goyo. Pretty much you know what Goyo does. Brio because of its effect. Catastor, once again because of its effect. Armior, because I can. And it's quite a nice card. Well, this is my Flamvell Assault. If there is any other decks you wish to see that might be kind of cheap, because right now I'm kind of on a budget, please request them, and I'll see what I can do. Until then, this is Gale Wolf X, signing out.